Hello everyone and welcome to this latest episode of Book Time with Elvis and to the continuation of our hashtag Reading Europe 2021 series. And today we have the update for the second match day, and what a day it was. It was very eventful, but for all the wrong reasons, which I will get to later. Once again, if you don't want the results spoilt for you, then don't watch any further because I'm going to be talking about them. So today we had three matches. Group A continued after yesterday's match between Italy and Turkey. It continued with Wales taking on Switzerland. Wales was drawn by the Reading and Writing Life, and Switzerland by Misreads a Lot. The result of the match was 1-1. So it was not the most exciting of games. I would say the first half was quite boring, to be honest, though the second half did allow for the draw, although Switzerland had a goal disallowed, so it could easily have been 2-1 to Switzerland, but luckily for Wales, the Swiss goal was disallowed. So the reading result for this match is that neither participant has to read anything further until their next match, so they can relax. For the time being, of course. The other two matches were both in Group B, and the second match of the day was Denmark against Finland. Denmark was drawn by the Rambling Raconteur, and Finland by Faith and Books. The result of this match was 1-0 to Finland, but it is not the main talking point, of course. It was one of the most, I suppose, unbelievable games, or craziest things, shocking things perhaps I've ever seen in a football match. And that was when Danish midfielder Christian Eriksen collapsed on the field. He wasn't touched, he literally was just running back from the sideline or something, and he keeled over. He underwent CPR and the game was suspended. And there was a very tense wait for a while we found out exactly what happened, because they shielded him off with flags and sheets and things like that, so nobody could really see what was going on. But thankfully he seems to be okay. He recovered consciousness and he's currently stable in hospital. The players from both teams actually requested the game be finished, so after a break of it would have been half an hour or so, maybe a bit longer, they decided to continue with the match. So they played the last 4 minutes of the first half, then there was a 5-minute break, and then they continued with the second half. So this ran into the third match of the day by a little bit. You could see, though, that it was probably a bad decision from Denmark's part, as their minds were not really in it. They were probably, of course, still thinking of Eriksen, their teammate, who at that point would have been in hospital. The Danish keeper let in a goal which he would normally have saved, most likely, and they also missed a penalty. To be honest, it's one of the most shocking matches or things I've ever seen in a football match, and I think a lot of people were shaken after watching it. So for that, I'd really like to thank our wonderful group we've got on the Voxer chat for this reading challenge. We all kind of pulled together, supported each other after witnessing such a terrible scene. And of course, needless to say, I'm sure we all wish Eriksen a full and speedy recovery. But as I said, Finland did end up winning the game 1-0, so the reading result for this is that the Rambling Raconteur, who drew Denmark, will now have to read something related to Finland. The third and final match of the day was Belgium against Russia, and Belgium was drawn by another bibliophile Reads and Russia by Remembered Reads. The result of this match was 3-0. It was a reasonably exciting first half with 2 goals. The first goal was scored by Lukaku, and he actually dedicated it to Eriksen from the Danish match, as they are teammates at Inter-Milan, so that was nice. The second half of the game was pretty uneventful and a little bit boring, though Lukaku did get his second goal just a few minutes from the end, making it a final score of 3-0 to Belgium. And the reading result for this is that Remembered Reads now needs to dust off her collection of Belgian books, if she's got one, because she's got to read something from Belgium. So finally, tomorrow's matches. We head into Group C, and that's England, which is unassigned. There's no reader for that, versus Croatia, which was drawn by Jane Petrie. And then there's Austria versus North Macedonia. Austria is drawn by Aaron Facer and North Macedonia by Bartel Hordes. And the last game tomorrow will be from Group D, which is the Netherlands, drawn by Cozy Reading and Quaker Cats against Ukraine, which was drawn by Katja, Read, Write, Create. So it'll be an exciting day tomorrow, and hopefully, of course, much less eventful than today's match. But, you know, regarding everything, there's always a lot of ups and downs in sport, and of course the events in the Danish game today does put a lot of things in perspective. This is just, of course, a bit of harmless fun, and I was really touched by how the group kind of came together and how nicely we've been communicating and getting on. We all come from different parts of the world, and it's a really fantastic thing that we've been brought together by reading and oddly by football or soccer, considering a lot of the group don't actually watch soccer or football in normal circumstances. It's very interesting to see how people are getting involved and invested in their teams. Anyway, I hope you're all well, safe and healthy as always. And, as I say, given what happened today, I think it's important that we all, take moments to kind of think that life can really just turn like that. So, before you go to bed tonight or whatever, of course, let your loved ones know how you feel about them. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, and wish you all the best. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Bye-bye.